Yo, what is up folks, TripCG here, and today we're taking a look at some crime stuff with Freestrider Lookout. Let's start there. 2 and a green for a 3/3 with reach. Whenever you commit a crime, look at the top 5 cards of your library, you put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped, press on the bottom, once a turn, but can trigger on both players' turn. Playing 26 lands here, got a good chance of hitting a land, and after a few activations you can put quite a lot of mana into play. Now, this card has started to see play in a few different formats, mostly kind of pioneered by Aspiring Spike in Modern, and also Doommaker's done some stuff with it in Pioneer, but what I thought would be a pretty cool idea to do with all this mana is put it into Seasons Past. So we've got a Seasons Past package here. Seasons Past returns any number of cards with different mana values from your graveyard to your hand. It goes on the bottom, and then you use some kind of tutor effect to find it back out, and then do it all again. And rinse, repeat, recur, 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 recur. And so we've got a bunch of extra mana off Freestrider Lookout, and yeah, that's what we're going to try and do with it. To that end, we have a bunch of different things to trigger crime here. So Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, just good generic black cards. Similarly, we've got some other removal with Bitter Triumph here. A few more things up towards the top that are a bit different. Scrabbling Claws is kind of the main innovation, I guess, from these new crime decks as a way to kind of trigger the ability. Just 1 mana artifact, and there's a tap, target player access a card from their graveyard. And that's really good at enabling it on your opponent's turn, or where you don't have a normal spell you want to play to enable it. It also doesn't require them to have a target in their graveyard because it targets the player. So super, super sweet, nice. And if you've got into play before you play the Freestrider Lookout, you can use it straight away. Which is really, really good. And immediately start getting lands, even if your opponent has some kind of removal spell. Okay, cool. So we've got a bunch of pretty decent interaction that's pretty cheap. We've got Scrabbling Crawls. These all enable crime. Awesome. We then also have Pillage the Block. We've got a bunch of extra lands. Why not use them to look for some cards that we want? Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is twice the number of lands you control. 1 into your hand, rest on the bottom in any order. You can plot it, but hey, that's maybe you will, maybe you won't. Lets you see a ton of cards, lets you dig for specific bullets you need. One of the nice things about this kind of hey, we've got a tutor effect, we've got Seasons Past to recur everything, is that we can kind of look for the bullets. And then later on in the game, when you have a lot of lands in play, you can be Pillage of the Ballgame, looking at 16 cards, 20 cards, and it effectively becomes another tutor effect. To either get Seasons Past or get whatever you need. Super powerful, really nice. Terra Sunder is a one-of, it's another removal spell, exile target artifact for enchantment, kick it to exile non-land permanent. Hey, some main deck non-land permanent hate, I think, and hey, having one that you can then later again, once you kind of get set up, get to keep recurring, just exile whatever you want. The last thing here at 2 is 2 copies of Armored Scrap Gorger. 1 in a green for an 0/3. A super slow as long as it has 3 or more oil counters on it, tap for mana of any colour. But when it becomes tapped, exile target played from a card from a graveyard and put an oil counter on it. This is a bit tricky. So we only got 2 copies here. There's a couple of reasons for that. It triggers crime, nice. If that's for mana, great. The one issue is that your opponent, if they don't have cards in their graveyard, you have to exile something from your graveyard if you need it for mana. If you do that, maybe you have to exile something you want to keep for later, or something you want to get back with Seasons Past. I think it's okay. Most of the time you're going to be able to exile from your opponent's graveyard. We've got Hand Disruption as well. We've got a bunch of kill spells. But it's something that can come up. Obviously, it does also just turn into a 3/3 later in the game if you've got the 3 oil counters. And so, hey, I think it's worth it, but I didn't want to play 4 here. At 3 then, things start to get more interesting. We've got the 4 copies of Freestrider Lookout. We then have a Karvek the Punisher, which is the other crime card in the deck. Whenever you commit a crime, exile up to 1 target black card from your graveyard and copy it. You may cast a copy. If you do, you lose 2 life. Can use it to go chain through a bunch of stuff, which can be pretty useful if your opponent's kind of got out ahead early. If you get a nice Karvek turn, you can recur some removal spells. Either strip their hand away or play some kill spells off. Neat. Just 1 copy is the main thing we're trying to do here, but hey, we've got a bunch of ways to trigger crime. Why not? Then 1 go blank. I also have one on the sideboard, but 2 in a black. Target player discards 2 cards, then exile player's graveyard. Is a nice one to attack some of the more slower decks of the format, but then also with Seasons Past, we get to keep repeating exile in your opponent's graveyard, and then also kind of we're gonna keep getting cards out of your hand. Combine this with some Thoughtseizers. Hey, nice. At 4 then, so the 1 Mastermind's Acquisition. 2 black, search your library for a card, put into your hand, then shuffle. This is the main way we're getting Seasons Past. It also puts a card you own from outside the game into your hand, so you can go into your sideboard and grab something. I'm playing best of 1 today, so I've configured a couple of different things. We've got a Duress, a Pithing Needle, an Assassin's Trophy, a Hearse for some graveyard hate, a Lost Legacy for some weird combo stuff, a Deadly Cover-Up, and a Tyrannax Rex as a bit of a, hey, you're playing control, let's try and infect you out. These are things you can pick up. The nice thing is that until you're set up, you can dig for the Seasons Past later on with the Pillager Blogs. You're not super committed to using the first one of these, to go and get the Seasons Pass, and then you can always, once you do get Seasons Pass, get it back and then start doing your loop. Cool. Acquisition is also here, and this is one kind of difference between what I've been playing here in Explorer and what I would play in Pioneer, is that we don't have Dark Petition on MTG Arena. Dark Petition is 3 black, but then it has Spell Mastery, add black to your mana pool, and then so you're effectively getting a demonic to your effect, and you get the 3 mana back, which you can immediately spend to cast a spell that you find off of it, or do whatever nonsense. It is really, really good. It does like shut off the like sideboard element, but it's still super, super powerful. Realistically, I'd maybe play one of each, and maybe only play one Seasons Pass main, and play one Seasons Pass on the board to get with the acquisition. But there we are. We have one Wrath effect on our deck, and that is an extinction event. Odd or even, exile each of the chosen. The reason I'm playing this over one of the other things is because we want to ideally be able to protect our odd card here. Hey, you can play around that a little bit. There are again some more. There's a deadly cover up our sideboard, specifically kind of versus this specifically because it poses Phoenix with the extraction ability. But we do have another Wrath we can get. And then one Dread Presence. This is a card that I was really excited for when I saw people start doing things with Freestrider Lookout. When a swamp enters the battlefield under your control, choose one, draw a card, lose a life, or deals 2 damage to any target, you gain 2 life. We have a lot of swamps. We have 4 overgrown teams. I'm also playing the full 4 underground mortuaries here. Kind of play into this. I have tried a little bit and experimented with going more in on just like a bunch of Dread Presence with Freestrider Lookout, trying to do some kind of pseudo shift type stuff. Not in a place where I'm happy with, but pretty happy having one here as a way to kind of, okay, cool, we're going to just start zapping things off of a bunch of Freestrider triggers. You're not always going to hit a swamp, but you do have quite a few. And so, hey. Alright, and then we have one 5-drop in the deck. That is a Gift of the Hellraiser. 3 black for a 4/4. Ward, 2 mana they have to pay, and they then pay 2 life. Skeletons and zombies get some sort of menace, but when you commit a crime, create 2 tapped zombie road tokens. Again, once a turn, but yours and your opponent's. This is like a big threat that we get to recur later on, and then start making tokens off pretty much immediately. Like, hey, we're on a 1/5. Now, 2 copies of Seasons Pass. Depending on how you want to configure, you could play more tutor effects and just play 1 here. The downside, if it gets exiled or countered or something, like for example, like a No More Lies, then it's gone. And so I wanted to play a second. And then Casualties of War is another big thing to channel mana into. One of the first things I did with Freestrider Lookout is just dump a bunch of these in the deck and be like, alright, cool. How fast can we just like start casualtiesing people and see how good it is? It's alright. And so I'm playing 1. It absolutely hoses some decks, like being able to like snipe off particular lands. Just great. And again, it's a 6 you can get back. So we have 1 6 we can get back, 1 5 we can get back, a few 4s, a few 3s, a few 2s, a few 1s. Alright, that's the main deck. The mana base, as I mentioned, 4 underground mortuary, 4 overgrown team, along with 5 basic swamps. These are kind of towards Dread Presence. We then also have 4 Field of Ruin, which means that we can then... It's a way you can trigger crime, but then it also kind of interacts really nicely with Dread Presence. So I'm still kind of... Even though I'm just playing the 1, we can recur it, and I'm playing into it a little bit in the way we've constructed here. Then 2 Deathcap Glade, a Restless Cottage, which you can find, a Beseiju, a Takanuma, a Castle Lothwain, 5 Swamps, 3 Forests. So I'm going to show the sideboard again. We're going to play best of 1 today, so just the top half is relevant. But 1 Duras, 1 Pithy Needle, an Assassin's Trophy, with a Catchall, a Hearse, Lost Legacy, a Deadly Cover-Up, and a Tyrannax Rex, which we have access to through acquisition. So for best of 3, I've included some extra cards here. So we've got an extra copy of Hearse, so you can bring 1 into the main deck and still have 1 to tutor from your sideboard. An extra copy of Go Blank, we want to bring these in to attack hands versus like Control and slower decks. 1 Knight of Dusk Shadow, which you can bring in versus Amalia combo or Angels. There's a second copy of Terror Sunder. There's a Path of Peril as an alternate Wrath effect versus aggro decks. 1 of Invoke Despair, which I think we can cast. 1 Elder Gargaroth, which also comes in versus aggro. I just wanted something that said reach and gain life on it for specifically Slick Shot Show Off decks, so you can kind of like start gaining life and start getting up ahead. And then 1 Thought Distortion versus Control as well. So, I'm going to take this into some best of 1 rank matches. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that this dead deck's been like particularly long. But yeah, let's get into some matches. Alright, the first match here with the Seasons Pass deck. Thought Tease, bit of Tramp, Extinction of that. We don't have our creatures, but like we're kind of okay. Gigant on the other side means something pretty aggressive. But having these cards is pretty decent. I think we can go ahead and keep this. Based off what our opponent's turn 1 is, you can decide to Thoughtsies or not. Jason mine's got the 2/2. Oh no, 2 UU. Right. The mana cost. Got it. And they're playing Gigantha. Alright. I guess that makes more sense. Given that, let's just fire off the Thoughtsies here. There are Marvel cards that do things versus cards that don't do things. We can't take both Marvels. I think we just try and deny them energy. But this is one we could lose because Marvel goes over the top of us. This is the second Marvel deck I play against in like 2 weeks. Well, why in a week? Oh, they can't cast the. Alright, well that's one way to look at it. I'll take the pillage. We'll just look for something good to do. Gonna put a Marvel into play. We do have ways to exile Marvel actually. We should play the land. Our life total shouldn't matter. I'm gonna play the land and then pillage. We get to look at another couple of cards. Oh, we've got casualties of war in our deck. And if we get to use this, is really good, right? There's nothing else that exciting as well. Well, we're a couple of lands away though. Maybe this is a card back angle. That we take this and gamble. No, okay, let's get our stuff online. We'll try and do our thing. Alright, we've still not seen what they're gonna marvel into. This makes them 2 energy. Because whenever a permanent they control opens a graveyard, they get some stuff. We have pure land, the casualties might have actually been sick. We have 6 mana now. We should pillage on top. I'll say go, and then we can maybe exile stuff from the graveyard. Yeah, we don't know what they're marveling into yet. Rogue Refiner, yeah. I love I've got a Marvel deck saved. It's a blue-green version, but oh, they hit Puzzle Knot. We are in trouble. Okay, well. Any responses to spin? I don't think so. Either looks pretty good. Alright, we can exile the Mog. It is even. They get energy back. They have 1, 2, 5, 6. We actually don't want to fatal push this Rogue Refiner because it gives them another spin straight away. This is going to get exiled anyway. Alright, that gets rid of the Log, that leaves the Rogue Refiner. And that exiles, so don't get the trigger here. Okay, Accumulator. Really excited to see what energy cards come from Modern Horizons 3. Because they are coming to Arena, maybe we can get some stuff going with Marvel and Historic, and probably not Timeless, but it would be cool if there was enough powerful enough support to do it. Alright, we have another activation. They found the red source of the Virtuoso. What do we got off of this one? If it's another Ulamog, we will scoop it up. Alright, we did not bring great tools to deal with Marvel stuff. Alright, the classic Marvel into a tune is a joy to behold. I spent an entire PvTQ season playing Ema Tower. And actually, I think I played GP Barcelona with a with a Marvel Tower deck, which was, you know, it was good time. It was fine. We're so far behind. They have another spin here with a puzzle knot, and we can't stop that. What can we do? Alright, let's pillage. Yeah. Our one piece of main deck artifact it. Get the tower gone. Oh, tower? Get the marble out of here. We're still 11, they can make some, like, a bunch of Thopters now. They have the Gigantha. We've used our extinction. Either Mog for 2 lands will never not be incredible. Thanks a go. I'll respond to this. Yeah, we have to do this in some good round way. Right. Let's take away the. This extra mana might give them enough stuff anyway. I'm responding to this so they can't make things off the Weather Virtuoso. Well, they can't make as many things off the Weather Virtuoso. Green, green. Now they can sacrifice the puzzle response and then make tokens. But that's also kind of committing to not having the Marvel online. And we're discarding a card, aren't we? I think we discard Teaser's Pass. We died 2 hits of this. And the Fatal Push is maybe an answer for it. Alright. I take 3. What we got post combat? I imagine. Oh. Alright, they're taking too long. Yeah, they're gonna bolt us with the Yuga. Alright. Alright. Second match. We have a bit of a slower hand. No like 1-drops, no enabler here. But we still have a lot of the things we want. Well, this is we'll keep because we probably play it on turn 2. Depends what our opponent starts with. Island Prototype. Oh, we're cooking. Let's have a look-see. A blue-white Colossus. Rebuke is really annoying. But we should definitely... Oh, the Smith is really good. The Smithy's like the Smithy's the card we definitely lose to is the thing, I think. We also always access the graveyard. I'll leave the castle on top. Like the Smithy, if they get to flip it, they can just like start churning out gnomes. Okay, they had a synthesizer. Oh, we don't have enough thoughts. We don't have. Let's go for engine over everything and try and get this online. Get this in play before they can like metallic rebuke it. So now they can go synthesizer. This gets bigger. They get to scry a bit, and now all the big artifacts cost a bunch. Currently, this costs 7. We have some good cards for the matchup, for sure. This is odd as well, which is annoying. I think we go blank here. It's an easy trigger here. And work the rest out. Ooh, Colossus got him. I'm gonna make this attack because this is gonna get bigger this turn, and I'm not gonna want to block it. All right, this card is the actual best card of the deck. People think it's Sympathizer. Brass Knuckles makes like a bunch of okay. It reduces this by 8. It reduces it makes 2 triggers for Synthesizer. This is the card we lose to. We can at least do some stuff. I want to trigger this, but I need them both equipped to give it double strike, don't you? This just needs to happen. And in theory, there could be a way to get this thing unblockable, but we'll find out. If not, we do have a removal spell for it. Because this is going to become a 10-10 with double strike once they equip the other set of Knuckles. This card is like been sitting there innocuously. Is incredible with Colossus and incredible with Synthesizer as well. I do have a video on this on like a Colossus Synthesizer deck with this stuff going on. It is really very sweet and pretty good. And then the other half of it is that they can get back the Colossus by sacrificing like some they have. It'll reduce the number of artifacts they have in play, but they're still able to get back to it. Alright, Besaju's pretty good. Let's do this first, I think. This is the wrong order, maybe. Let's do this on their upkeep. Alright. What we got left? They can bring this back, they have to sacrifice some artifacts to do it. Oh gosh. Alright, yeah, the smithy's huge as well. So now we're gonna have 5 artifacts to flip this thing. This thing gets cheaper again. Then I don't know. This is now a 5/5 double strike. I think anything else just gets us there. I'm kind of praying they flip the smithy here. We can destroy the land. They don't do it. Okay. They can rather attack for 5, which is pretty fair. By 5 I mean 10. Yeah, so here we have to try to do this. Artifact, creature, land. So artifact will be this, creature will be this, land will be the Deserted Beach. They draw the Metallic Rebuke. Alright, they're gonna buy back the Colossus. Which is kinda like we get a turn. But like not even really. Oh no, we do get a turn. But let's see what we can do. Oh, they have a synthesizer as well. They have a new synthesizer. The worst bit is that these come to play tapped. The zombies that you get if we can get a way to trigger this. Alright, well, mono sweet decks on both sides of the table today apparently. Brass Knuckles. God. Yeah, so we would be able to. Wait, what? 6? We'd be able to activate field and then do this, but that's not good enough. I'm gonna die to the token here. We'll scoop it up. Colorless, black, castle. I don't know what I'm hoping to draw. Alright, yeah. There we go. Alright, third match here. Pretty reasonable start. We have like interaction, we have Dread Presence to mess around with. Kind of up for a bit of Dread Presencing around. Rakdos. With some variation. Thoughtseize. Okay. What don't we like? The presence is bad. Okay, this is nice. I'd like to find... If they push the 2-drop, play this out. If they couldn't deal with this, the requirements for dealing with this and the requirements for dealing with this are very similar. So hopefully the Freestrider Lookout will stick. Also have Go Line to back it up with. Let's see. If they have push, then like you have this to deal with it, but they would have that to deal with the presence as well. See what's going on. 3's an important turn as well. Doing stuff here is not free. I'm gonna do the thing. Take a look, see what's on top. Graveyard. This is not a valuable play without this. But okay. Alright, you know what? Eating these vaults is fine. You vaults at dinner. No attacks. No push, please. Alright. So the weird, like, funny thing is if they have, like, Bane Ripper Sorin, we have the Extinction event. Just sweet. Another reason this card's good right now, I guess. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways you can just configure this deck as well. Like, you can... I would try going more on the Dread Presence route and trying to see, like, playing Dryad of the Leash Growth. It's just, like, trying to crumble together too many 3s and 4s. And, if your opponent has any removal, you can kind of just, like, they can pick apart what you're doing, because none of the individual pieces themselves are that powerful. You know, like, this needs something else to work with. The Dryad is only really doing stuff with Dread Presence. The Dread Presence is probably, like, that and the Freestrider Lookout are definitely the better parts here. You can even play like a second Dread Presence here if you wanted to, but I think we're okay with this. We get to see 10 cards of this, which is nuts. Are we gonna fling the Bloodtide Harvester? Is that what it is? That'd be annoying. Yeah, we are. Ah. Oh. Or this. Ooh. I guess we do our thing. You might. This is like as hard as it goes to Bane Ripper almost, right? Nowhere close. They can sacrifice the Bloodtide Harvester and pay all their mana and some life to kill this. And Sorin dies. This is maybe not the thing to do with the Bloodtide Harvester in play, but I think this is okay. To be honest. So I was just killing the Freestrider Lookout anyway. We get this back, it's the... Do they not want to pay? Alright. Oh, they said... Alright. This is an awkward 2 land hand. I think we're mulligan. This looks a little bit better. Carvek's a little bit more interesting given we have like Fatal Push here. We've got a Lookout as well. We're gonna absolutely keep this. I think I put Carvek back, but if we hit the wrong matchup, keeping these 2 cards could be dead and we're game over. Oh, we hit claws. We'll leave that on top even though we want the land. It's like the biggest payoff we can have for Lookout here. We'll play it out here. Alright. Hive could be like Waste Not, but it's also like probably you know, actually I've played against more Waste Not than Rat does recently. I'm thinking about it. Alright, we didn't hit a land, so I'm gonna pillage. If we don't hit a land off the pillage, I'll be very, very sad. Castle is kind of perfect. I'll take that. And yeah, I'm just committing to doing this so that next time we can do this and trigger. Always the point is you like get something off of this. Ooh, Blast Zone. That does something relevant, which is good. Yeah. Drill land. Do this thing. I can't sacrifice this and kill this. There's no way for me to do that. I'll shock this for now. Yeah, that's fine. Like in theory, we can maybe, depending on what they do, but not super helpful. Yeah, no blocks. If they don't have an answer to look at, that'd be great. But yeah. It is not token side up. See, if they do have a removal spell for the Freestrider Lookout, we at least get to the thing here. They have no cards, unfortunately, for us to thing with. That's fine. We get Murder Shrouded, but then we get to Fatal Push here. We are kind of out of some cards. We did Mulligan on the play. Okay. This should hopefully be hard to deal with. What do you got on top? Blade in the bin. Let's pass here. We can make zombies in response to whatever they do. Yeah, I was like, I want a 5 to play. And this is what came through. This is what I ended up playing. There are some other options, but like, oh yeah, guess this is pretty great. Fits the deck well. Makes a bunch of zombies. There is also, if you want to go more in on just like crime and not do any of the Seasons Pass stuff, there's a one in a black like 2/2 that gets counters and then gains menace and lifelink later on. The stuff. Yeah, at this point we're pretty good, but I gotta play this out. Yeah, even if you don't necessarily like the Seasons Pass, like long form, like version of the deck, there's like a ton of other things you can do with it. So I was like, this is what when I saw the you can get loads of mana with it, I was like, wait, what if we put Seasons Pass then? There are different ways you can angle the deck. Alright, look how to sort this out here. Alright. Alright, this will be the last match I think I play. Double Scrabbling Claws, which is like I mean, we've got a 1 card to scry towards, we're on the play, we've got Go Blank. It could be really good, we've got Gisser, like, kind of need to draw into something, but like the payoffs are super, super high here. We can also cycle the spare scrabbling clause, which makes me feel a little bit better about it. I mean, actually, assuming there's a card to target. Opponent is mulligan as well, actually, but hey, let's see. We'll lead on a mortuary. Oh, it's cool. I'm gonna bet it. Try and find the Green Ranger. I'm gonna get these both into play now. Catcher Triumph is a red flag, I would say. This implies like generally Quintorius combos playing Kahira, like yeah, fine. But this implies some kind of degenerate big mana deck, one way or the other. We'll see. Backup Catcher Triumph. Okay. Let's go Pillage for 6. Alright, so now we found a Freestrider Lookout. I might regret not hitting those Fluxies, but we'll find out soon, I imagine. Alright, what do we have? Do we have Fable? Do we have some other nonsense? These, okay, they're definitely on Quintorius, which means we are dead. Probably. Yeah, they have Quintorius with dead on board. We can't really do anything about that. And so here we are. They can also cast Leyline Binding. Jeez. Alright, yeah. Well, the good side is, like, if we don't die, we have Gissa into Wincon. Cross our fingers. It's a Quintorius! We lose the game. I am not gonna let this play out. We lose. Alright, that's Quintorius for you, I guess. We should have, taken the Aussies and tried. But they could have easily had another Quintorius. And they had a cab and they might have had another dinosaur afterwards. We just didn't have a Disruption Army. But hey, we have sideboard cards for that, in theory. Anyway, deck is super sweet. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. There's a bunch of different moving parts and things you can combine here. Like, this is kind of... These are the cards we've done, like, kind of decided to, like, go into here on the, like, I want to do seasons past stuff end of things. Even, like, the Go Plank, you need to play the sideboard. You can play way more into kind of the regular... I think regular. Doommaker's been streaming a lot with different black-green versions, I think, like more standard stuff. But I was like, I really want to try Seasons Past. I think it'd be really sweet. I think that'd be a cool thing to showcase. The engine itself is really good. Like, these are all really good. Like, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, the Triumph, these are all really good cards. Pillage is pretty great. I have a creativity list or Transmogrify list. I have either a creativity or Transmogrify list for this, and I'm going to hopefully record it sometime soon as well. And I do actually think the Seasons Past version's good. Still kind of sad we don't have Dark Petition. That'd be really cool. Watsy, please. So I guess that'll get put on when they do the rest of the Lotus Field stuff for Pioneer Masters at the end of the year, I guess, as well. But hey, and there's like a ton of customizability. Like, you can go more in on the Dread Presence nonsense, and you can play like Dread Presence here. You don't. I can't recommend that you play Dryad of the Elysian Grove, even though it's a little combo. But even then, like, maybe you can go even more in than that with like Aftermath Analyst and do crazy stuff. But hey, I think the main upside of the package in general is that you get like this. Hey, I get to play my disruptive spells in black and green, which are all pretty good, pretty solid, and then I get a bunch of mana off of it, and you can do something with that. And get a bunch of kind of value that way. Deck is really cool. Again, let me know what you think about it, and if you've got any cool ideas of what you want to do with the engine. There's tons of different possibilities, including in other colours as well. Like, you can take Scrabbling Crawls and Freestrider Lookout and Scout Gorger and play it in red, green, or some other combination of colours and do some other powerful stuff as well. So, yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, subscribe, share the video around, and have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace out.